So they'll be calling you radical. So wondering where I've been for a week. Well, Google apparently attacks videos that are years old. Put you in jail for something. It's unbelievable. I've been sick. I've been really fucking sick. I got sick on Christmas Eve. So the byproduct of the heavy chemo, given no chance to live 2 months ago, of course, open heart surgery, gallbladder, teeth. I have neuropathy, which all chemo patients have it in your feet. But, remember when it was in my shoulders for all those years and couldn't figure it out? Doctors just lied to you. The number one killer of cancer survivors, the type of disease I have, now even without de novo, with a marker this high, AML, the 10-year mark is 16%. But I have AML de novo. The 10-year mark is pretty well 0. So the neuropathy has got into my chest cavity. You don't want to go through that. So the nerve goes psycho. It attacks the esophagus, the stomach, the intestine, the heart. I mean, it's nasty. It's pain off the fucking hook. And, it's brutal. Fucking brutal. And then at the same time, you have Google unfairly, unjustly, viciously attacking me right before Christmas. They know what they're doing. This is an attack on culture. This is an attack on the anti-nuclear energy movement. This is an attack on any environmentalist. Don't say the fucking F word. The oligarch's greatest fucking tool. The Illuminati, they don't illuminate. They fucking radiate. If this hasn't proven to you who owns this world, it's one group. Well, oh, fucking A, it is. And it blows my mind how the sheep are still buying Tesla and Amazon and these fucking pieces of shit stocks with P ratios of fucking 100, 70, 300. The traditional PE ratio is fucking 12. And they still bow to these fucking monarchs and empower these freaks. Nuclear energy. Here's Putin. We're fighting in a war in Ukraine. There's guys, yay, we're Chernobyl, dog. Send us some money. We're in Chernobyl. There's a war going on in Ukraine. And you're falling for this shit. Putin has control of the nuclear reactors. Sugar wars, sex out. They're number one. Has the IAEA throw him out? The whole world's supposed to be turned on Putin, not the IAEA. The club, give us more fucking free money and don't raise your voice. Whatever you got your merit badge, don't get angry about the Great Pacific Genocide. Don't get angry that the fucking animals have been wiped out. The typos, Kevin Blanch's work has absolutely fucking proven it. Don't raise your fucking voice. Don't say the cancel culture fucking that has gone on illegally. Listen, now there's people coming out all over. Oh, people are hiring fucking people to attack people that go after. Fuck. You know what they did to me? Do you have any idea? People, Johnny-come-latelys, for years, there were literally dozens of Facebook pages, dozens of YouTube sites, 100% tagged Kevin Blanch to viciously slander me, attack me, while I'm in critical condition fighting for my life. Felonies in office. But they can do anything they fucking want to me. Their greatest tool, political correctness. Oh, fuck what they've done to that. You watch any old sitcoms, you watch any, not even that old. Music, you go back 2000 to old and watch it. Go watch some Sanford Son reruns. Go watch fucking, listen to some fucking music. None of that music would have gone up. None of it. None of that sitcom culture would have gone up. None of it. None of the movies. It would have never gone up. It would have been hate speech. How can they take the environmentalists, the true grassroots environmentalists, and fucking totally wipe them out and cancel them? Fucking cancel culture on chemo on Balco. How is that even possible? Oh, they've fucking done it. Shadow banning? I'm the guy that termed the fucking term internet kettle. Remember, they're so afraid of me. I invented the Million Mass March fucking on the backs of the Fukushima disaster. 7 million fucking people. Look what they've done to me. Look what they've done. Where are we going to go? Where are you going to go? You're going to be at the university and look what they've done to university professors. They're mystified. They're baffled. Just the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. You're trying to tell me the sheep will go along. Full blown out nuclear meltdowns, pushing the Pacific Ocean for 4,300 and some odd days. You're trying to tell me there's no byproduct. For every action, there's a reaction. Bringing star power to Earth. Fucking Livermore, California, we got nuclear fission. Send us some more money. Look, it's real simple. Fucking 80 years of this. The United States Department of Nuclearism, which is now called the DOE. Jeff Bezos. And you seen the fucking P ratio on fucking Amazon? How did he not go broke when all the other .coms? Yeah, Billy Gates sent him some more money. Elon Musk never made anything. Fucking, but we empower these freaks. Where'd they get all this fucking money to fucking who propped them up? Still buying it. With P ratios off the fucking hook. Fucking no. Supporting the very fucking your repressors. Supporting your repressors. And if you don't believe, okay, if you believe there's media, if you believe there's any media, not one, they've taken out all investigative journalists. They basically killed them. Well, that's basically what I've been. That's exactly what I've been. Boots on the ground, grassroots investigative journalist, the greatest PhD, and look what they've done to me. One word. Well, two words, a name. George Santos. Now, I want you to think about it. This is New York, the city, the state, upstate. Long Island, the state that never sleeps. Talk about asleep. Now, think about it. 7th grade journalism student could spend 5 fucking minutes. Where's the Democratic challenger? Fucking, where's the Republican? Where's the... Without the 4th pillar, we have nothing. I mean, it would have took literally 3 minutes to make a call. 2 Sachs, 2 Barclays, 2, the universities, 2 the FBI. Fuck, he's investigating. He's wanted in Brazil for fucking robbing an old man, him and his mom fucking. And the guy gets elected to the United States Congress. Every word he ever fucking, including down to his ethnicity. You think there's fucking there? It just proves what they did to media. They just ripped it to shreds. Got it. All the media is. You look up the board of directors at CNN, Operation Foxconn News started this, and they've all followed the model. How did they do it? One by Jetstream, 2 by cable TV. The invaders. You remember when Maxwell's dad tried to buy up the fucking newspapers in New York City, and everybody fought back? Fuck you. No, you're an imperialist. It's against law. No foreign entities. They're all foreign entities. Dan Rather, the greatest grassroots journalist of an entire generation who went boots on the ground, broke the back of the lies of Vietnam. He got fired by CBS for calling George W. Bush a draft dodger. When George W. Bush was a draft dodger. Don't talk about the truth. Who did 9/11? Saudis. Don't talk about Bush Gore, who really, you can't say any of that. Don't say the F word, Fukushima. Documented, fucking unarguable proof means nothing to Google. Zero Google. Cancel culture on Balco. Cancel culture on chemo. They'll attack a guy while he's in critical condition. Allow it. They allow fucking felony slander to go after me. The greatest PhD in human history. The greatest grassroots activist in an entire fucking generation. Who's done nothing but fucking tell the truth. Document the greatest PhD. The documentation of the fucking dead tide pools wiped out in 2012. The effects of the Fukushima catastrophe. Just the greatest fucking PhD. The most important work in human history. I'm not sit around radio goo goo gaga. You know what kind of fucking while in critical they've impoverished me, they slandered me, they viciously fucking attacked me. Cancel culture on chemo. But you got your merit badge, all of you, and it kills me how these so-called people that jump on these oligarchs fucking team. Yeah. They think that Carlin was right. You ain't getting in that fucking club. Who the fuck wants to? You got your merit badge. And when the oncologist looks at you and says, you're in trouble, you have an acute form of fucking AML leukemia, hand them your fucking merit badge. Hand them. When a doctor looks you right in the fucking eyes in the prime of your life and tells you, get your affairs in order, you probably got 2 months to live, which happened. The university, Weber State, could have paid for my fucking cancer treatment. They turned their back on and spit on me. I never turned their back on them. They did on me. I never turned my back on Mother Nature, the mighty blue lady. The whole world did. You sit back and watch the freaking nuclear industry crime syndicate, Fukushima, fucking just ganger. and stand there and clap. Not me. I fought for her. I fought for the ecology. I fought for the animals. I fought for the seals. I fought for all of it. All of it. Our very mother, where we come from, the sea. And you stand back and let them fucking slander me, impoverish me. You think about all the wealth and the fucking money that's out there. I don't even have a... You can't get one oligarch. Well, not even oligarch. Some fucker that fucking, got a bunch of money, owns a car dealership, can say, hey, here, Blanch, here's a fucking car you can use for a fucking year or two until you get going. Think about that. Think about the selfishness fucking plague in this country. Thank you to everybody who supported this historic fucking work. The tiny few. The sheep, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Your fucking money's not going to save you. You're not on the winning fucking team. Cancel culture on chemo, on tobacco. What they mean, when you can cover up the greatest ecological catastrophe in human fucking history. No, just 3, 4. And the only person that fucking reported it properly from day one and did all the tide pool fucking work without my work. The wells, the salmon, all over the world in these oligarchs' fucking face. Hands up, no nukes. Status quo. Sugar wars, textile wars, molasses wars, cocaine, plutonium wars. Frieda Eisenblau in Vienna, Austria, on the 200th anniversary of water. She's the one that requested the meeting with me. She was full of cancer and dying. The greatest anti-nuclear activist who ever lived. She was worried about her English. It was supposed to be an hour meeting. 4 hours in her beautiful kitchen. She just grilled me for 4 hours. Kevin Blanch, I know your story. I know your father's path, nuclear death in the Nevada test site. She just ripped Busby and Keldicott and all these people. They worked for the end, she just ripped them. Don't you drop the spear. You're the tip of this spear. This is going to be a hardcore battle. They're going to throw the kitchen sink and then some at you. Don't you drop this spear. She died just a couple months later. Never told anybody. She knew she was dying. That's why she requested the meeting with me. I made promises to, so what powers there be in that bone marrow transplant when I watched every single person around me die. I've seen so much death from fucking via cancer in my life, way too much. Abused. Why? All family members ripped me out. My family inheritance stole from me. Everything stole from me. Why I'm in critical condition. Just annihilated. Just beat the fuck while I'm clinging to fucking life, doing the greatest PhD in human history. Google it viciously attacks me. For no reason. Don't raise your fucking voice. Fucking everything I say is well documented, unarguable truth. And number one, even if it isn't, what about the First Amendment in this country? That's what we had in this country. Oh, the sheep. Well, what do you think mainstream media does to the sheep? We went off to Iraq to kill the Taliban? Right? I mean, Afghanistan? Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. Oh, you can't say that. Fucking Afghanistan. Afghanistan had nothing to do with 9/11. Yet the media fucking sways you down the military industrialized fucking. They sway you into thinking nuclear energy is clean green. They sway you into thinking there's no byproduct from full blown out fucking. Now, who's the criminals? Who's the fucking criminals? Again, you think there's media? There's no media. These just take whatever these fucking oligarchs put out there and they regurgitate it in a different package and now something else fucking, and they just regurgitate it over one word. George Santos, 7th grade journalist, fucking in 5 minutes would have had him totally fucking exposed, whatever. There is no journalism by design. The so-called oligarchs, the Illuminati, they don't illuminate, they radiate. And nuclear's their greatest tool. Why? Because, hey, I got this unicorn. I got this mermaid called an SMR, called nuclear. I got a new design. Government DOU goes, floods them with money. Then there's an act called Price-Anderson in Congress. It's called the Immunity Act. They don't have to pay any of it back. They don't fucking know it. And then they play the delay game. Oh, sorry. Blame it on the Ukraine war. I'm Billy Gates, fucking Utah funding. New scale. We're going to have 24 by 2019, 12, 6 of him someday. We got to hold on to it. We're halfway. They've been halfway there for this. It's a lie, 80 years. and you just flood them with money. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, the Pacific Ocean is being acutely, radically, and this is not a gradual collapse, and I've proved this. The salmon numbers or the smoking, and you can plug it in, regressionary now. My hypothesis was dead on. They're going to push this fucking, these are full-blown out mouth. The only person on earth that called it full-blown out mouth it took the IAEA fucking 6 years to rank it. Oh, they just ranked it a 7 on their scale. Who sets a scale from 1 to 7? Gundershield called it a hydrogen blast for 6 years. Caldecott says, don't say the F word at the New York Medical Academy to my face in 2015. No, you can't talk about Fukushima there. Ask Noam Chomsky, ask Dr. Perry I'm sitting with. Yet none of those will break ranks. None of them. Why? Because they think they're on the imperialist team. I guess they think they're getting to some special fucking heaven. No, they're not going to a black hole. There's no journalism in this fucking country by design. None. There's regurgitation. And if you are an investigative journalist and you are a traditional PhD that breaks first you hypothesis, you do all the field work, whatever, and you fucking went to YouTube, this beautiful genre, the very pioneers of YouTube, eaten by the very monsters we created. What are the 3 branches of government in the United States? And if you don't believe me, you know nothing about what Ed Snowden did to Anonymous. They're still, hey, we love Edward Snowden. Edward Snowden has swore his allegiance recently. He pledged allegiance to Tsar Putin. He's on 60 Minutes. He says, I had #1 top fucking surveillance to the very top. Look it up. I got in, there was another top. Who's the other top? Global oligarchs. Remember, he's flying to South America? How's he end up sitting next to Tsar Putin and his pole swinger? Psst. Oh, it's one fucking group of people. Oh, you're all over that. I hate that word Illuminati. They don't illuminate. They radiate. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, all the ecology is collapsing, and you just keep playing. I'm going to buy a Tesla, fucking PE, a fucking 9,000. No fundamental reason. And go play blackjack. It's a lot funner. They'll serve you a cocktail in fucking, well, Vegas, because that game's rigged. They've used a fucking 6-shooter. They've rigged everything. Rigged everything. Reagan! 2000. Political correctness and cancel culture are connected at the fucking hip. It's their best tool. Fuck the First Amendment. There's a reason we have the First Amendment. And by the way, it's all illegal. But there's no legal. How many votes does it take to be president of the United States? And this goes back to Bush Gore. 6. 5 Spring Gorges and your daddy who put it there. They never ruled that Bush won. They ruled there was no time to count. But you can't talk about that. Which is an undocumented, unarguable fucking historical fact. Fukushima, 3 full corn out melted, unarguable, documented fact. They never go. Pushing in the ocean for 4-something thousand days. Unarguable, documented fact. The tide pools collapse, fucking 2012, 2013. Unarguable, 95% fact. The salmon collapse, 90-something